Good morning, everybody. This is Josh, SNE Weather. Just guys want to give you a quick update on our storm system we're expecting later this evening into the little bit of the overnight hours. What I have here is the HRR high risk flare resolution radar, and this is pretty much a future simulated radar of what we can expect on timing within this storm system. So let's take a look at this and. So we got the radar right now is showing approximately about 3 o'clock this afternoon, about 2 to 3, snow beginning to break into the Providence area, possibly getting into Fall River, Long Island. I don't think a lot of this here is going to be hitting the ground. I would say an area from let's say Worcester, right there, anywhere like east of this line, and I'll show you why I think this is going to be very difficult for the snow to reach the ground. You can kind of see that within the radar with some of these narrow areas, and where you see it doing that, and you can see how it just cuts off here. You can see that it's going to be battling some drier air. You can see that even more when you see like some of these narrow little open space areas that it's probably going to be battling some drier air. Well, let's go a little further into the radar. So that's 3 o'clock. Here we are at 4. Let's see. Oh, that's still 3. Here we go. Here's at 4. You can see it moving into the Cape area. And like I said, I just think it's just going to fizzle out a little bit. I really don't think till about, I'll say between 4 and 6. Anything before 4 o'clock will not hit the ground. After that, most likely. Then we get into about 10 o'clock this evening, and yeah, this is definitely going to be hitting the ground. And it's a pretty good burst of moderate to possibly maybe even heavy snow. I have not looked at the HREF yet. I will eventually look at it, and if anything peculiar looks on it, I will definitely post it as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm not going to post it if it's just going to say the same thing I've already said. And then it moves out. Now, the interesting part of it is that there is no changeover except for the coastal areas. So that's one interesting scenario, and that's a new one because all the models had been showing otherwise. So let's go into, let's see, I think I got the dew point next. And we'll go right into the dew point area. And we'll go back and forth between the radar and the dew point quickly. So here's the dew point. Let's take a look at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's right here. Yeah, those are some mean dew points right there. That's some like, you're gonna need like five layers of chapstick kind of dew points. So that's going to be happening there. Now let's take a look at the humidity, relative humidity at the same hour. Let me fix this map. Sorry. Here's the humidity, relative humidity. I mean, look, listen. You at 3 o'clock. I don't care what's falling in this area here. Look at that. I don't care what's falling, it's not reaching the ground. So radar may be showing it's snowing, but really it's just pretty much just going to be saturating the atmosphere. And like I said, you can kind of see that in that model run. Even though it's snowing in the upper levels, it's not going to be snowing at that level of the atmosphere. Not at that exchange. Look, judging by this, I'd say right around 5 o'clock, you could probably start to see snow breaking out. Actually, maybe even 4 o'clock in the Providence area, as you might start seeing a couple flakes, and then I would say like an area from like pretty much just follow this. See that? See how just follow that blue. You watch that blue, and as it expands, that's pretty much where you're going to start seeing it snowing. And then you can see the atmosphere really getting saturated. So I think anything before 4 o'clock, it's just not going to hit the ground. It's possible in Rhode Island at 4 o'clock, but I'd say more like 5 o'clock. between 5 and 6 o'clock is when you're really going to start seeing it coming down. Let's take a look at the radar again. Here we are at 5 o'clock. And then, oh, sorry about that, folks. And then look at the humidity again at 5 o'clock. Let's get that set up again. Oh, no, that's snow. Never mind. Wrong map. Here we go. Here we go, 5 o'clock. You can see the humidity right there. And let's look at the radar. And you can see that, even though the humidity is up in those areas, right in here, like right in there, you're not going to see it in the, right in those areas, but look at the radar. There's not much really there right now. Not at the moment, not at 5 o'clock. See? Oh, sorry, that's 3 o'clock. There we go, 5 o'clock. And you can see, like, pretty much it almost seems like this is, right, all of this is just a moist front. That's what it almost seems like. It's like a moist front. It's like a frontal system is just formed right here. And this is where, like, this side here, sorry, wrong, do that again. Kind of like a moist front right here. And it's just pushing forward. Here it's cold and dry, and here you get the moist. And what we need is that moisture to build, snow. And then you can see, like, then it just comes in and it just gets really moistened up nicely. And then by, let's see, right now it looks like about midnight, this thing's out of here. Like, this is 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. You just got some scattered showers and back in here and a couple little pop-up showers here. But most of it looks to be up to the north after that. So my thoughts, those are my thoughts right now on this storm system. Like dew points, at 5 o'clock, right now, ooh, let's get that back. There we go. Like, you're going to see dew points really starting to get a little higher in temperature. Now, the other thing is these dew points are pretty low, and I think anything that falls could be like really fluffy snow. I know, like, what I originally called for is pretty much an area from like here to here, kind of like in the 1 to 3 inch range, and then here 2 to 4, kind of something like that. I would say something like this would be like the 2 to 4 range, and then 3 to 6 everywhere else. That's the ugliest 3 ever. 3 to 6 everywhere else with an isolated 8-inch amount. I think it's going to be something like that. I just think that there's just too much dry air going to be pretty much like sitting right in this area here. I think it's just going to be there, and it's just going to make it difficult to overrun it. 5 o'clock, looking northeast Mass, you still got, a lot of dry air still in place, -4 dew point. Now, you look down here, you can see these dew points are starting to come up, and that's pretty much what you want to see. You kind of want that up here, or you want to see these numbers. You just want to see, like, those dew points be higher. That's the most important thing. You can see it finally gets out of there, and then it just pretty much just stays warm after that. So that's my take on this storm system for today. As I said, right now my thinking is it's going to be more like between 4 and 6 p.m. I think more closer to 5 and 6, but 4 to 6, sometime between 4 and 6 p.m. start to see snow breaking out. Everybody, this is SNA Weather. This is Josh. Have a wonderful day.